big sigh like that, that's the energy we're looking for. There's a new episode of Wobbly Player Syndrome. It is episode 34. G'day, folks. How are we all enjoying life? As much as we can in this
not too bad.
season.
34?
Episode 34? I believe it is episode 34.
The 34th rule of the episode.
Rule. That is it. Welcome back. Yes, Wobbly Player is a Warhammer 40k podcast. I'm Greg. G'day. We have 4 people here today. It's very exciting. I'm going to go to this side, which on my screen means it's Anthony.
Hi all!
And above Anthony is Radio Mike.
Hey!
And Fred.
Yeah, my dog has gotten very interested today.
And of course, we have our local expert in the 40k lore and game, Isabel.
Everybody, what's 40k again, sorry?
There we go.
Feeling a bit like that at the moment.
How are we all? It is December. It is only a few days before the big day where a jolly man comes down your chimney and robs you. No, that's not right.
That's Rick Warp.
I thought you'd already picked your stuff up from Matt.
He does have a beard. I did put my son. He got very nervous, and I said, because we were talking about how's he get in, because we don't have a chimney, and he still believes it's great, it's beautiful. And I go, hey, it's going to be a bit different this year because he's coming down, but he won't be able. It's going to be late because he's got to go into 2 weeks quarantine before he can deliver presents.
Oh,
what?
You are
what?
bastards!
you cruel man.
Surely that beard accounts as a big face.
Yeah, the wife did
Yeah.
then go, no, it's all right. He's got an exemption. He's done all his forms. It'll be fine.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Except
See, I couldn't get exemption to get into your city, but I'm sure
Yeah.
I bet he can't get to WA though.
Big Red could.
Yeah,
I need to work on this before I can get there. It's not quite gigantic enough.
That's what I can. Praise corn, big red bowl full of jelly.
Oh my god.
I got drinking at the Dwarven Tavern. Yeah.
As part of my... Well, yeah, I've got Nakatomi.
Yeah.
Christmas Party 1988. But as part of my hobby progress, can I just raise that while we were watching Final Destination the other night,
Yeah.
all 3 of my children were chanting Blood for the Blood God.
That's great.
I didn't teach them.
Oh, dear. Okay, so it is the last episode for the year. A year we would like to forget, but it is our chance to have a look back, and our episode is called What Have You Done For Me Lately, GW. So we get to examine, try to recall how many beers per episode. Okay. What we think went well, what we think did not go well in the hobby. Now, this year was a challenging year for the hobby, mainly for the social side of things, but gave you plenty of time to paint.
I did. I actually ran out of stuff at one stage.
There you go. And I've actually been focused on painting. I haven't bought too many stuff before I painted everything else. So it's been crazy. So, while Michael's got his back turned, let's talk about what's new.
Well, what is new? There's been a lot come out since the last time. It hasn't helped that we had a delay. Excuse me. Well, we've had a whole bunch of Primaris stuff. There was the Gladiator, which was cool. The new Primaris Grav Predator. The Assault Intercessors. Finally got the frickin' Bike Chaplain. The Space Marine Interdiction Force. The Necron Eradication Legion. There was a whole bunch of things like that. The AM Bastion Platoon. The Chaos Marine Decimation Warband. The Star Pulse Cadre for the Tau. The Tyranid Brood Swarm. We got a new Blood Angel Codex, including Blood Angel Death Company Intercessors, which was cool. They got a new Combat Patrol, the Necron Hexmark Destroyers, the new Necron Monolith. We got a bunch of Necromunda stuff, the House of Iron, the new Orlok Arms Masters, the Wreckers, the House of Iron Dice and Tactics cards, the cool new Gang Stronghold, which I haven't built yet, even though it's finally showed up. House of Artifice and the Vanstar Architects and Neotex, which have come out but haven't showed up yet. They were like last week's pre-order, and Matt was taunting me that if I had ordered them from the store, I'd have them by now, but mine haven't showed up yet. there was the faction pins, which I didn't really get into, but a lot of people got really excited about those. Are they blind bags? That you buy one and you get a random faction pin?
That?
Yeah.
I saw 2 at the store, and they were paint your own faction badges. But
That's different. There's a paint your own Space Marine pin,
Yeah.
which is different from the faction pins, which I understood were like you got a random one.
Oh well, why not
Which
treat
is-
gambling to kids? I haven't. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first thing they've done
No,
it with.
it's
Like
not.
the Lego minifigure stuff.
Yeah. Then there was some iron-on patches that I think came out through Forge World. There were 30k Legion pins as well, which came out, I think, through Forge World. There was a big pile of Warcry stuff, a big pile of Underworld stuff, and a big pile of Blood Bowl stuff. Like, there was a lot of stuff
Even
since the last podcast.
Space Marines 3 finally came to our shore, so the Plague Marines, blind boxes.
Oh, yeah, the Space Marine Heroes Season 3, even though they're not heroes.
Or Space Marines. Yeah. So a lot. Okay, so we've run out of time
Yeah.
for the podcast because that was a lot. Hope you
Thanks
enjoyed
for
the
joining
show.
us.
Yeah,
No, there's some cool stuff in there. I really like the look of the Gladiator. I haven't picked one up yet, but it's kind of cool that it's got 3 different variants.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like it.
You notice? Yeah, I did notice how it's the variants. Instead of buying one and then you can swap this with this and swap this. It's now this variant. Yeah, very Age of Sigma data card, just one. No changes.
Yeah, well, it's better than you can buy a Whirlwind, or you can buy a Predator Annihilator, or you can buy a Predator, like it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
Now you buy one box and build whichever one you want.
Yay! I want a pony.
I've got 2. You can have one.
Fantastic.
The worst part about the Space Marine Black Chaplain coming out is I finally gave up waiting for it to come to Australia, so I ordered one from Germany, and it was the same price as retail anyway. But literally the morning I did that, an hour later, GW Belco announced that the Space Marine they were chaplains were coming out that weekend. And I was like, what?
Fred's having a nice chew on something. That's good.
Yeah, he's always chewing on something.
Type them.
Aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Got to colour the times.
He's a chewy boy. He's a chewy boy.
Excellent.
Bless you.
He's just not the love letters today.
In the meantime, I'm just having a sneezing fit because I'm allergic to something. I think it's because this hat has been in storage since last week.
You're not allergic to dogs.
I am slightly allergic to dogs, but it's the hat.
The hat. The hat did it. Cool.
You're allergic to furries.
Just take it off.
Not that type of podcast, mate.
Greg, we all suffer for our art.
Oh dear. Oh look, I've got stuff showing it's not meant to be showing yet. Oh, giving it away. Cool. So now we get to talk about our actual hobby progress itself. Because we were just saying we got to do a lot, and you said you ran out of stuff. But what have you actually done? Look, we've still got 2 more days left. The 12 days of hobby started 10 days ago. If we've got 2 more to go, I'm all over it.
Join that.
How have we gone with the 12 days of hobbying?
I've done pretty well. Unsurprisingly, I guess. I've just been knocking out more Necromunda stuff. So,
Yeah. Got more
although
squad
now I'm
stuff.
kind of starting to run out. I'm down to the Subjugators, and that's the last group. Although I've finally got my freaking Indomitus. So I've actually got a big pile of Marines to build and paint. So
I did laugh when you
I'm
said you
good.
finally got that, because I did see, a couple of minutes beforehand, our local hobby store going, "We've now got tons of boxes in stock, come on down!" And then you post, "I finally got mine." Oh,
yeah.
that hurts.
It's almost like the fucking GW gave them to retailers before they gave them to
Yeah.
private customers, right?
Absolutely. Anthony, what have you about you in the hobby 12 days
Well,
of
I've
hobby?
been painting Necromunda as well.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
nearly finished my Subjugator Patrol. They're almost done. Just need a bit of highlighting and they'll be done. But I got swayed from finishing them off by my Custodes Dread Knight. Not Dread Knight, what are they? The big Dreadnought. I forgot what it's called there. Arriving.
The Contemptors.
No. Sorry, I'm looking it up.
Boris?
Janet?
The Telemon Heavy Dreadnought arrived.
Live on film, the death of Michael!
Oh my god!
Yeah, he decided that it was cuddle time, apparently.
Off camera joke.
Get out from under my desk. What are you doing?
Come on, it's not that type of stream. Come on.
Came from the deep.
It's okay to love your pets, just don't love your pets.
Very excited.
So did you work out what
The
that
Telemon.
dreadnought was called? Please? Change us
Telemon
up.
Heavy Dreadnought.
And what was it?
Custodies one. Yes, it's very nice. So
Yeah, he's kind of basically like a Contemptor, isn't he? But like a super Contemptor?
he's a bit bigger than a Contemptor. He's
Yeah.
pretty tall. He's pretty tough. So no, looking forward to having another game now. I've just cracked 2,000 points of Custodies, so
Oh, wow. Nice.
should be good to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Trying to stop at 2,000 is going to be hard because I want so much more.
well, I'm failing in the 12 days of hobby. I think I've managed to do hobbying 4 days. I have started
Beating me.
Mortarion, though. That's pretty exciting, and I've been enjoying that. I've assembled the Death Guard from the Space Marine Hero ones, and painted something else, I'm sure. Not much. Nothing finished. I haven't finished anything. Sorry, I lie. I did the Daemon Prince. The Cromlech
Yeah,
guy.
you did finish the Demon Prince.
Yeah, I was really happy how he turned out in the end. So
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
I like how the base turned out too. I've still got to get a bit more water effect, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not showing pictures of it. You'll have to wait till the YouTube version, which I just realised I still haven't got last month's up. You're welcome, world.
Sometimes it takes a little while to get it up.
I've been very distracted. Can't get it up all the time on time, right?
If the YouTube upload takes more than 4 hours, see your doctor.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, so hobby progress is?
Yeah, mine's done really well. I've built and painted a bunch of stuff. It's great.
Good. Thanks,
is.
Iz.
Hobby progress is ? And my brain, I've drank a bunch today already. Sorry.
Thank you, Scott Morrison, for that over talking. Anyway, look, to be fair to Michael, my hobby progress was that I'd had my Necromunda box out to encourage my eldest, and not least of which myself, to actually get the fucking miniatures and put them together.
Yep.
And then I just packed it away because it never happened.
Oh.
It just never happened. So my hobby progress is probably pretty limited for this, month.
Yep.
However, I think I've made progress over the year.
Excellent. Well, it's a year in review. I got to say, my youngest has been harassing me to paint again. So he's been painting some orcs. We might need to do a bit of work for it. Just remind him.
Is that
thin coats?
Is that
Thin
orcs that you
coats.
stick on a stick and you put it over the fire for a little while?
Yeah, no.
Smorks?
Smorks. Some orcs.
It's like a cross between a
Well
s'more
done.
and an orc.
Moving on.
Right along.
Alright. So, Budgie Pop, how you going? Welcome. Yes, I've got friends. You don't have to be so surprised. They're not friends, they're paid.
Where's my check, bitch?
Yeah.
Praises, yeah.
Alright, battle reports. I can tell you for this month I had none. It was very exciting. I won everything and lost everything. Woo! How about you, Michael? No, I know you've had a game. That's why I'm going to do you last.
I have had a game.
Oh,
Actually,
well, Isabel,
and I won.
Hey.
Yeah,
You
no,
did.
me and Rob played.
the
but,
game that
you know,
went for
it was
12
my-
hours?
Look, it was my first game at 9th edition, and first time really opening the new codex, and it was Rob. So our game took ages, and we got two turns in, and then we got kicked out of Jolt. So
But you got the win taken away from Rob, who's trying to catch me on the ladder. And this is the last month. There's only 4 more days.
look, we we both got the same amount of primary objective points
Yeah.
because it was like capture the objectives, and we had 2 each. And I just happened to pick better secondary objectives.
I can
So,
tell you
no.
now, Budgie Pop, there's not one person here who plays Ultramarines. There are 4 people who have Marine armies, but none of them are Ultramarines.
Hey, my Marines are pretty ultra. I actually nearly started collecting Ultramarines, but people guilted me out of it.
As they should. They're good friends.
That's just wise advice, I reckon, actually.
But if you do look at the background, I do have an Ultramarine toy over there. So, oh no!
Shoot it, kill it, kill it. The grey one needs to hit him.
Wow, there's a Blood Angel one coming out. You'll be excited. Cool. So, Anthony, did you have a game of 40k?
I did. I won. I beat Chris's Elder. Finally, after 10 games, 1 draw and 8 losses, I had a win. What a win! What a win! No, so yes, it was a 2,200-ish game. It's hard to fix custodies into any sort of point level. And I actually took some firepower along for a change. I had my new colourless Gravitech tank.
Yep.
Which is horrific. It just puts out so many shots. It's unreal. Strength 7, heavy 8. Just great.
Sorry about that.
And I had a Land Raider, venerable Land Raider as well. And yeah, first turn I blew up a skimmer, one of those grav tanks of the Elder, Xenos scum things. And
wavy hand for Eldar Grav tanks. They've only been around since the 90s.
No. But I blew one up. I've never destroyed one before. It's very exciting. And
Isabel's an expert at defeating tanks. It's just one palm print. Yeah, stop the clock!
I did not bring it up. I did not bring it up!
You missed a trick there. You should have said she's really handy at defeating tanks.
She is the Imperial Fist.
You did it to yourself!
If you're not careful here, Greg, she's going to upgrade to Crimson Fists on you.
Ooh.
Because you'll punch him.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Moving on.
Yeah, right.
So how to win, which is good because Chris is also trying to track me down on the ladder.
Yeah, well,
so.
we did have a discussion that I could just pretend to lose every game and put him on top. He wanted to be sporting about it, so whatever.
Yes, so he's coming to the end of the year, which means the ladder will be wrapping up in a couple of days.
Probably do a
I'm
game
okay
this
with
week.
that.
I'm probably like second last on the ladder.
No, of course not. Your win
definitely
moved you up, I'm sure.
Because apparently I'm on the ladder, despite that I have...
Every member is on the ladder.
And have never played.
Yep, all 30 members are on the ladder, but there are only 13 people with results.
Woo!
There you go. Michael, you're in 9th spot.
Nice.
There you go.
It's a shame all those Necromunda wins probably don't count.
Well, that's the new poll is out about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so if you really want to know, Greg, Robert, Chris, Steve P, Anthony. There's your top 5.
Someone
Hey!
didn't realise you were a top, Greg.
Right on top. It's the number of games he plays.
Is that how you become a top? I've been wondering my whole life.
You got to be the player.
I'm doing it wrong all
Isabel, you're 19th.
Out of what? 17?
I think
30.
that's an alphabetical order after that.
After that.
I think we established last year another good way of becoming a top is paint lots.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed the points for painting and hobby. That was great.
Yep, so we'll have a look at that. So every year we do have a review about the RLG group and an internal review to see what we can do to improve next year.
It involves beer.
It does. It does. Serve out, right? Yes.
I mean,
Cool.
internal exam?
All the best internal exams involve beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so that's our regular part of the... Isn't it? That was quick. That was quick. All right.
It's okay. It's good for it
I
to
can
be
tell you
quick.
about my win again if you want.
No. I know why it's shorter, because I didn't get to tell you about my win. I'm usually the one who goes on forever. Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah. It's true. All right, let's
So,
have a quick
David,
ad break and get into the review of the year, shall we? Everyone answer me at once. Fantastic. All right.
I'm just talking.
I was just nodding. You know, to the
Nodding helps on a podcast.
Stop.
Right. You have 30
Don't.
seconds to get yourself another
Stop.
drink. 1 moment, caller.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you. Be it board games, card games, dice games, or party games. You name it, and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com. And we are back. In the break, we've discussed how to get rid of sneezing. It's drink more beer.
It is.
Yep.
I have chronic hay fever, and the thing that cures it is beer.
Brilliant. No,
I'm serious.
I'm serious too, because that actually works for me as well. If I get bad hay fever, I better go get a beer.
That genuinely
take
makes
10
me
of
think
them,
I
but,
should
you know.
pick that out next time.
Doesn't work so well for the kids.
Antihistamines up. Straight to the
So, it is the end of the year. It is our time to look back on a review. So, before we go into the good, the bad, and the ugly, we also have coming up for our listeners, our viewers, and the followers to get a chance to vote on the best painted models from the group. There's 3 categories this year. There is the best single model, best large model, and best squad. All right, so it's pretty exciting.
What's the Blood Angels? Just
Yep.
favourite ones.
The squads are up actually the amount. Some of the squads that have been entered at the moment you can see right now. So that is that's entered his Blood Angels right there.
Huzzah.
And we've got the Corpse Grinders from Michael. That's what you're going with apparently now. You don't have a choice anymore, Michael.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did say that. Did we
Yeah.
establish the other one?
There's my
Yeah.
Death Guard. Yeah, I had already downloaded that one, so I could change.
Oh,
it.
I see.
Yeah. I told you I was going to pick the worst one. And some wolves.
I actually really like the Corpse Grinders. I think
Yeah.
they look really cool with the shiny armor.
Yes, I don't. It's your choice which one you will put. Those wolves were done by Steve, who won last year Best Painted for that worm thing. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty cool. So there's some of the selections there. From the large, what is that thing called? I call it the baby carrier. The
Nemesis Dreadnought.
Dreadnought.
Yeah.
That's a converted
Dreadmaster,
Dreadnought.
even.
Yeah, Dreadmaster. Some Weird Beast, again by Steve. I have no idea what that is. It's a Jabba something.
The hut.
Yeah.
Jabba Slice?
Yeah. And we got a Keeper of Secrets there from Adam. Adam's painting this year has improved quite a lot, I must say. I'm quite impressed. That is my small tank. And I think one more, maybe. Oh, no, it's back to that. We don't want to see that again. And the solo. So these are just some of the ones. There's Ogren.
Do you
With
like
his
the
mace
baby
gun?
Beyond?
Yeah, the Baby Beyond. Yeah. So these are the ones the Walker wins. Ooh, Blood Angel wins. Ooh, big calls. These are the single
Like that
models.
tree. What's that tree thing?
That is a tree thing painted as Optimus Prime.
I like it.
We've got a Salamander Chaplain there. So the 24th is the cutoff date for entries for the group. And then in the next, probably
Nice.
run it for 2 weeks, you get to vote. You will actually be able to get to vote on it. Just jump onto our Facebook page and you'll
I
find a
can't
link.
vote.
You don't have to
Vote
be
for
registered.
me, everybody. Vote for me.
No, vote.
And not
if
for
I
my,
don't
not
like
for
the
my
results,
model.
I
Vote
will
in
ask
place
for...
of me.
Oh, wow, look at that. Right. Boji's got Blood Angels as the squad, the Walker as the large, and the Salamander as the single. Interesting. Interesting calls.
Awesome. Thanks, Budgie. She'll never bite.
Very good. So keep an eye out on the Facebook page. My Hobby Nights, I will promote it as well, so you can get the link from there too. But wait till after Christmas, because I'm not going to do anything during Christmas apart from have a few beverages and watch the cricket.
I just realised I need to make
Tomorrow
more
night
trophies.
is Christmas?
Tomorrow night is Christmas.
Is it? I don't know. I'm checking.
No, it's
Friday.
the 21st now.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm just checking whether tomorrow night something's going to happen.
No.
Are you streaming tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow night. Yes, hobby night.
Okay, got it.
It's normal hobby night.
That's
My
what,
gosh.
that's what I'm asking.
Right. So there's some
I
of
was
the models.
what?
There you go. Don't know who did what. Budgie.
No, I
the
think it's
salamander.
important we don't know who did what.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. Cool. So let's move on to the year in review. GW, what have you done for me lately? As we said, it's been a tough year for the hobby for obvious reasons. We haven't been able to get to see each other and play as much of the actual game itself, but we did get a chance to do some painting and reflecting. A bit of a yawn in the background. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, sorry.
I think that summed up 2020 right there.
But equally, we haven't been locked down as much as a lot of other countries.
We've been quite
and
fortunate
I'm not
where we are.
complaining about that in any way.
No.
However, our hobby progress has been less, I think, than folks who have been able to focus their lockdown attention on hobby.
I would have to say that.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing for us. I think it's truly a good thing for us. But some of the hobbying that's been going on has been incredible, and just every single day it's been amazing. Like overseas.
Yeah, I think I think it's been good. Yeah, we haven't been able to play the games much, but the painting and the hobby side I've done a lot more this year than I've done a lot more regular hobbying this year than usual. Yeah, actually sitting down and focusing on it, which has been good.
I finally got to finish my Blood Angels off. That was unreal.
Yes, I finished my Imperial Guard until I bought 2 new models.
I was just like going through the scrap pile, going, another thing and a paint. But everything was like the libraries, the whole lot. It was all done. So yes, I'm done with them now. It will be Primaris if I expand them, but I'm not leaning that way yet, I must admit. So I'm not sure. But Custodians have my attention at the moment.
Yeah, Death Guard for me, but I'm seriously considering changing the Salamanders into. Yeah, remember the blue and white Marines I did way back? The homemade,
The Ultramarines?
No, the Shinboners. Shinboner Marines I did. I'm seriously
That'll be
thinking of doing
a
a
big
Shinboner
job to
Primaris.
repaint all
I'm
those.
not going to repaint then. Fuck no, it would be new Primaris Shinboner squad.
Go over them
Oh,
with a
that'd be
whole
right.
new coat. It'll look great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Really thick.
Yeah,
It's like the Michelin Primaris.
I'd say they got 2 wounds.
Yeah.
An extra layer of paint.
Cool. All right, so shall we start with the good or the bad?
The good.
The good? Want to start with the good?
2020. Should we not start with the bad?
Sure, all right.
Right.
It is very on brand for 2020 to talk about the bad.
Let's just hit the bad.
Go with the
Speaking
bad.
of which, I'm just going to fill my drink cup.
Yeah, the bad. No, the good's been actually the amount of beer you can get delivered for free at the moment. Woo-hoo-hoo. I mean, the bad of the hobby.
Ninth came out this year.
Sorry?
9th edition came out this year, didn't
We're
it?
talking about bad.
Yeah.
Ninth is good.
I just can't remember.
So this year,
Burn.
there was a lot of releases. There were a lot of new models as well. 9th edition did come out as well.
That's 12-year single mold
There
focus.
was promotions. There was lots of books come out and stuff like that. What didn't hit the mark?
Still a bit annoyed that if I do play Blood Angels, I have to have 2 books. Because it's just a supplement. It's not a codex by itself. I was getting pretty sick of having 2 books before the codex came out, and flicking between the 2, trying to find the strategy you're looking for and everything else.
Yeah.
But the release rate's been awesome. What's has been coming out. So, yeah, that's
Particularly given the challenges that they've got in the UK, it's
Yeah.
been actually amazing.
Oh, that's right.
The fact that Michael's had something to talk about every single month is it's kind of phenomenal, really.
I thought we were talking about the bad. What the hell?
She was talking about the bad. The fact that I keep talking every
Yeah.
month.
It's like, well, I've got nothing to say this month. The world celebrates.
Sorry.
I reckon there's a pretty
Stop being positive.
there's a pretty big one that I think we'd put in the bad is the app.
Yeah, that's really been a bit of a wet fart, hasn't it, so far?
Yeah, the app.
I tried to join it again the other day, and it just goes, "You don't exist. We don't believe your email's correct." I was like, "Okay, get stuff."
So, with the app, it also meant no more soft copies of codexes. You know, when they bring the PDFs and hard copies, there's no more PDF versions. You can get it through the app instead. The subscription,
Which has had
sorry,
the change to no PDFs has had the intended effect that it's really kicked piracy in the balls, though. Like, so it's
Yeah.
kind of worked from their perspective.
Right.
always depend on the local shop, mate. Good. Oh, sorry, I've read it as local bottle shop. You probably didn't mean that. You probably meant your local hobby shop.
I believe both is true.
Yes.
I like both.
Look, I think another bad is this Salt Primaris do not have jump packs, and I'm devastated by that. I must admit.
I just want to go back to the app because I think there's more to talk about the app.
Does make sense.
You should. I think you should talk more about it because it sounds freaking terrible.
Oh, just
Well, they're not your fast attack troops. They're troop choices.
I know.
So
They
that
should
makes
be
sense
fast
to
attack.
me.
right, but they're assault marines. They should be in fast attack.
No, you
They're
put it
not
in a
assault
default
marines.
vehicle.
They're bloody they're 30k despoilers who are troops with close combat weapons. Like assault marines are different.
As a Blood Angel player, I'm very sad about the whole idea of my assault marines running across the field or having to hop in a vehicle. I don't want to do that either.
True, but like when they get stuck in there, they really get stuck in. Like my assault intercessors hit bloody Rob's frickin' what were they? The bloody Ruststalker boys with the choppy chops. They fucking ripped the shit out of them. I picked up all my dice, and Rob was like, "You know what? I'll just remove them."
The Stram is lagging. I'm assuming you mean stream. That's not good. I'm going back to the app anyway because I want to focus on why we disliked it. I mean, that fee. If it wasn't for the fee, I think it would be a decent app or a bearable app, is what I should say.
Just even just a one-off purchase or something like that. I'd do it, but a monthly fee, I'm not committing to that.
If it was
at all.
$5 a month, I'm in.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
What did it work out to be? Didn't it work out to be $12 or $14 Australian a month?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's too much.
And you still have to buy your codexes and everything else.
But now
Yeah,
you
like the subscription fee would work if it gave you access to the codexes and stuff.
Yeah, and now they just
every
released
update.
the.
And like, it just drives me batty that they don't do it.
They've released every army. The
I mean,
army
they can
builder
put
now
that
as well.
subscription.
Yeah.
The army builder's now in there, and I like the idea to have the data card there and a phone. It'd be great, but I don't want to pay $15 a month to have that.
Yeah.
Takes me away from the hobby, really.
I wouldn't be able to have like Netflix or Disney Plus or something to
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
entertain me while I'm too
That's
drunk
what
to do
it's
anything
feeding.
else.
It's.
Which
I
is
know
every time.
GW. We don't. They're not exactly. They're a prestige hobby. We know that. So when we say $15 a month is a bit rich, well, yeah, that's their business model. $5 a month, I would have done it. And you know how many other people would have done it? Crap load more. You would have got your $15. Anyway.
I would have paid for an outright access to it. I don't want
and
And
you'll
it costs them
subscription.
basically nothing because all they're doing is hosting a website.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're getting hits on a website, and it's not that serious.
Nope.
But then you're buying your codex, and then you access with the codex, and the codex is they're still not cheap. The supplement was $60-something. So
Yeah, well, think about it though. Do the economics of it. Codex is like $80 or $100 or whatever it is. How much is it these days?
$100 for a codex or $90.
There you go. So $100 for a codex. $50? Did you say for a
Supplement.
freaking appendix or something?
Yeah.
And then, so for each person that needs that codex, that person needs to be committed to the app for at least 15 months to get their money back. Or like, what is it, 25, 30 months? If
You
we're
still
talking
have to buy the
$5
codex.
You still have
use
to
the
buy
app
the
properly.
codex and then enter the code from the codex to get access to your codex in the app.
Yeah, we were saying if the app gave you access to codexes, that'd be something, but
Yeah,
it doesn't.
it
It gives
doesn't.
you access
That's what
to
I'm saying, though. They're
basically
doing the
nothing.
economics of it. So they're charging a shit ton for their codexes if they only charge $5 a month. for their app, and then they offer the codices, it's bad. 15, but you're saying $15 a month.
Bucks.
Just
A
one
month
moment,
to
mate.
have access to that of an army,
Yes.
having to buy every single game. Sorry?
Just getting some bit of lag. Yeah,
That's
we
great.
did hit a big of pocket there.
Anyway,
It's all seems to be back up and running. It's all right. But now I don't have
Mine
voice
seemed
through.
okay. Oh
Yeah.
shit, no. You know what? Mine's just gone down.
Yeah.
Yep, mine's just lagged up.
Yeah, Twitch has gone down.
Sorry, team. Alright, so we did have just a bit of lag just there, definitely. And we seem to continue to have some. So this is fun.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
caught
why.
up on my end, but I'm just going to check. Sorry, folks.
Let's just keep talking about Die Hard. Has anyone watched it this year yet?
Not for a long time, no.
I watched it last year. See, it used to be a
Okay.
tradition. With
It
my-
does seem to be up and running as normal, so let's continue on. Tell us,
Alright.
economics.
You just lagged up.
Everything is fine. Fine.
Everything is fine, nothing
Free?
to see here. Cool, that's exciting. Right, so the app. We moved on from that. Sorry.
I believe everybody
yeah,
hates it.
Yeah. Well, it must. There are people out
feels
there
like
paying it, but I think it might be more tournament players, maybe, or people who don't know any better, or Michael.
Or bots.
yeah, it feels like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, I look at it and I just don't want to.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, it look. I did use the AOS app when
Yeah.
it first came out,
That was
which
free,
was
it?
very
As well?
much a similar thing, but was free.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so
All right, so move on from that. So, okay, what else didn't we like?
sorry.
No, you can talk. I don't have to do all the talking. It's just my
Oh, well.
stream, but that's fine.
I one thing that I think that kind of has sucked this year, which isn't entirely Games Workshop's fault, it's also part of 2020.
Yeah.
Massively underproducing every new release.
Yes.
Like it's been months and months and months and months since I could actually get a pre-order from a third-party retailer within hours
Well,
of the release. It's like, oh, you missed the release window by 30 minutes. Sorry, they're all sold out.
yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted the Blood Angels dice, and I couldn't get them.
They
at
were
all.
really nice too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were gone in seconds, and it's just like, come on, just release them more. Bring them
Yeah.
out. Just
Well, as I said, I finally picked up a model I ordered in March.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went,
Just- It's just really annoying when they hype the release and then there aren't enough copies. You know, like my Indomitus, which ended up being fucking made to order and showed up, 2 weeks ago.
good. Yeah. Okay, so there's one of the ones that for me as a Catachan player, that I hated how they did, was that damn Catachan Colonel model.
Yeah.
We're going to be nice to all the hobby stores and provide this model for you free. All 2 copies of it.
yeah.
What the
Yeah.
actual fuck?
Yeah, like we're going to give the hobby stores something. Sounds good,
Yeah?
but the way it was done was really
Oh, it's
lame.
terrible. 2 to 3 copies per store, and then essentially you just saw them online selling for $300. And,
yeah. They just all went on eBay. Like,
It was our hobby store. He did well. He used one as a prize. He gave one away as a door prize and stuff like that. So, which is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was a couple of stores that did them as competitions, but there was so many of those on eBay.
Just jump on eBay. It's ridiculous. I did manage to get one. I didn't pay an exorbitant amount for it.
I
but
bought mine on eBay for
Nice.
only $8,000.
It was more than I would have paid for a single model.
I'm
but
kidding. I haven't got one.
no. There he is. So,
Bizarre.
Was that a Minecraft model? 'Cause it looked like
yeah, it's exactly a Minecraft model. Yeah. So that rates him
How
one of
can
my.
you sit there and talk about how you
How?
talk about how you're struggling with your days of hobby, and you've got this unbuilt model sitting right there? Build it,
I don't have
Catachan,
any
it's
unbuilt
not
models.
finished, Greg. Not
Mr.
finished.
Mister. I finished my Catachance.
Yeah, that's right, you lie.
I've got no unbuilt models. None. Yes, I have 2 Catachan models to put together
Yeah.
because I had to get the other one, which goes in the positive. That one goes in the positive though. She is cool.
Yeah.
So yes, I thought the way they handled that was absolutely atrocious. I was lucky to grab one for a not exorbitant price, under $100. So I can say that 99.99. But why they did that was just there's a lot of angry people. I was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, as you said, here's a new release of 9th edition without dice.
Yes, that was odd.
Well, I mean, look, the starter sets do come with dice, don't they? Or am I tripping?
Mm-hmm. You're right, tripping, I believe.
I thought.
I can't remember now. But for a brand new
Oh.
9th edition game with the 2 starting armies and rulebook, all you need to play is a measuring device
Oh, no,
and
it's a-
dice. Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thought that
Yeah.
was not well done either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Command Edition and the Elite Edition come with dice.
There you go.
And the
That's
Recruit
why I
Edition
was
comes with
confused
dice.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the actual big box didn't come with dice at all.
Warhammer 40,000 Recruit Edition lists dice and range rulers as part of it. The one that didn't come with it was Indomitus, which was not a starter set. That's their argument.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what I was saying.
okay.
The actual
Their
starter
argument-
sets, inverted commas,
Okay.
came with dice and rulers.
If it's not a starter set, it shouldn't have come out first.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It was fucking... That was... Ugh!
Yeah.
But they hadn't made enough rulers and dice.
I'm sure there's a
That's-
shortage of them. Yeah.
That's why they renamed it from Warhammer 40,000 9th edition starter set to Indomitus.
I think Indomitus, the actual rule book is insanely big,
Yes.
and I wish they'd split it into 2 books, with one that had the fluff,
Well-
which you can look at once and just put on your shelf,
Yeah.
and have a rule book,
Yeah.
please.
If you buy the starter set, it comes with a
The small
rule book
version.
that's that big.
Yeah.
Like
I've
a
already
Split.
got Indomitus!
Yeah.
I don't need the starter kit!
If you don't want the starter kit, how do you get dice?
I've got dice! I'm a veteran player!
It's a
Very true.
pity photocopiers are a thing of the past, really.
Yes.
Do not
Well,
need
I mean,
any
it
more
would be
paper.
very, very painful to sit there and take photos of all of the pages you want it to be digital and create your own PDF.
Money.
Yeah, but that would be against the rules.
No, you already own it. You're not producing. You're not distributing
No.
it.
So, start of the year, we also had the trail end of Psychic Awakening. Where do we rate that, considering
Oh.
9th edition was straight after it, and all the codexes have been replaced, so all the Awakening books have become null and void.
They haven't all become null and void yet.
Once their
All
codex
of the
comes
changes
out,
made in them
so-
still apply for anything that hasn't been codexed yet. Look, they're kind of presenting that as we're bringing everything to this together
Yeah.
before the new edition, and it's like, yeah, it did that.
Good enough.
I would have liked there to have been more to the Psychic Awakening. It's also interesting, I don't know if you've noticed, they've retconned some of the lore in just recently.
Oh, I heard something about that.
Yeah, they've taken 100 years off the Indomitus Crusade, I think. They've changed they've re-released some of the early books that came out. So now the Indomitus Crusade did not last 112 years, it now lasted 12. And that part of that is because shit that happens during the Psychic Awakening is still happening during the Indomitus Crusade, and it makes no fucking sense if it's supposed to be 100 years later.
So not in 12
They just completely fucked up their timeline and retconned it, apparently.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So do we put that in the good or the bad?
Psychic Awakening.
Can we put that also in good because it's so bad it's good?
Definitely.
I mean, I thought it was kind of a deliberate thing because part of the the whole Cicatrix Maledictum was supposed to be time is fucked and no longer has meaning, so I just put it down to that.
Yeah.
But apparently they decided it was too fucked and they retconned it.
That's brilliant.
12 years to get all those Primaris, mate. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, no, not
Fuck,
to
it
call
takes me 12 years to put all my Marines together.
fucking build everything.
No, they didn't build everything in 12 years, but the crusade that goes out where Guilliman goes, all right, well, let's go recapture the close by worlds. That takes like 100 years in the original 9th edition fluff, which is a long fucking time for what didn't take that long
You're
during the
taking an
crusade.
entire.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually
daylight
tried to
savings time,
invade a
that's what it
whole
was.
world?
Yeah, but in the
World War
heresy
II didn't
books,
even get halfway through Europe, and it was freaking 8 years. You know what I mean?
true,
It
but
was
also
an
he's got
Primaris
like
Marine.
500,000 Marines.
Yeah.
You know.
500,000? That's fuck all. That's like as many died on the Somme.
Yes, but in 40k, you can conquer a world with one Marine. So, you know.
You asked nicely. May I have you? What?
If you bring the good ice cream.
Yeah, they apparently decided that it was it made everything a bit weird, and
Yeah.
they've changed it.
I love it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. So, look, for me, the Psychic Awakening was a fairly drawn out waste of time. That's my opinion. I went, oh, cool, I got some Death Guard stuff out of it. The book's about to be replaced.
You mean like
There was a lot of cool fluff in there, though. Like, some of the stories in them were really good,
Yeah.
and a lot of interesting stuff happened.
So, don't play for the
just-
fluff.
In terms of impact on the hobby, it was almost zero.
Yeah.
Couldn't get golden paint for a very long time. It sucks when you're a custodes painter. Took forever.
Yeah,
They're trying
and
to teach
same
me how to
with Dark
use
Angel
bronze
Green
paint.
was another problem. Dark Angel Green was
Yeah,
great.
that was missing too. Yeah.
Yeah, they discontinued that now.
Oh, okay.
That's what this
because they're
is
getting rid of
for.
the Dark Angels, isn't it?
They can take on their actual traitorous colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being sanctioned. And the Death Guard
Oh,
book's
look,
been
if we were-
delayed. There you go, it's not bad. It's very specific and it's me, but yeah, it's me.
I'm missing Maelstrom battles in 40k.
Yeah, that blows
Yeah,
my mind. Apparently, we were the only ones playing Maelstrom battles.
I love Maelstrom.
Look-
They were great.
I really enjoyed Maelstrom battles,
Mm.
but in like a competitive 40k sense, everyone fucking hated them
Yeah.
with a passion because they were so unpredictable.
I liked
That was the
You just
point.
didn't know where you were standing
Yeah,
ever.
like,
I loved
you
it.
had
Can I
had
just
to be
ask the
flexible.
obvious
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
The fuck is a Maelstrom battle?
So there are two types of battles, and Michael will explain.
Yeah, you had there were kind of two types of missions. There was, what was it, Eternal War and Maelstrom.
Yep.
Eternal War had like set objectives. It's like, this is what you're doing.
Yep.
And the Maelstrom ones had a Maelstrom deck, and the deck had each turn you would deal out so many cards to each player, and those cards would be, this turn your mission is to capture objective 5, or kill a Psyker, or successfully cast a Psychic Power, or invade your opponent's deployment zone. So you got random missions each turn, and so you had to have an army that could respond to any mission, and you had to keep your army in a position where you could respond to the battlefield as you needed to.
That should be just the standard. Tournaments should get fucked.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
20 players hated it because you
Of
couldn't
course they
predict
did,
how the
because
game
it
would go.
means you actually have to build a balanced army.
Correct.
But
yeah.
by the same token, to be fair, like the first time I used them, I reduced my opponent to 2 models left, had nearly my entire army left on the battlefield, and lost by 15 victory points because I didn't draw a single Maelstrom mission I could achieve, and he drew ones he could achieve every turn.
Yeah, that
So,
still happens. I
It produced
table
some
wiped.
weird results.
I table wiped.
Now, I
Robin
suppose
still lost,
if it's
so,
a competition and there's prize money and there's
Yeah.
prizes, that sort of thing, it makes sense. You need to be able to have a
Oh.
degree of control rather than complete randomness.
Yeah, the new
Yeah.
game is definitely more. You pick your objectives; they don't change throughout the game, and you can.
Right.
You know, if I'm
Right,
playing
that's
Necrons, I'll have a different secondary objective that I want to play compared to us playing Imperial Guard
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
But by the same token, it was the optional second method of playing the game, and
Yeah.
just Tawnies didn't do it.
yes,
Like,
And there's no reason we couldn't still do it with current rule set. You just use the cards.
Can't you just shuffle them up and play it? And
yeah.
just
Still work.
Yeah.
mail,
Or play
maelstrom
open
yourself?
war.
Yeah, well,
I could
I
whip out my second edition secret objective cards and use those.
but I only discovered
I
this
mean, I
open war
love
thing
second
tonight,
edition.
so
Yeah.
I was
No,
watching YouTube, and there's open wars. It looks great. The missions are really flexible and really random twists to the game and stuff like that, and really weird deployments, like
Yeah.
one centered and one on the other end, and it was cool. So I'll be getting those cards if you can still get
Yeah,
them.
I'm up to give it a go. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
play more Apocalypse games too. Yeah. So
I
anything?
also bought more Apocalypse.
Yes, you've got a couple of nights you could play, I guess.
It's just a few.
Yeah. Anything bad you want to highlight before we go into the good? We did lose a lot of content from our streamers and podcasters that we listened to and watched. That's because they couldn't do it, but the positive
that's
out of it,
not-
someone like Mini War opened up their vault so it became free. You didn't have to subscribe to get to all their stuff, so that was a positive to that.
Well, like, that would be the year, though, not
Oh,
GW, though.
No, we can still blame them. All right, so
Do you know what? I think we should stick to negatives. Don't whether it's GW, but GW, we'll highlight whether it was.
so GW, I've got you to blame for this rush
Yeah, but
here.
well, then you can just go into seriously. How many people have played more than 5 games this year?
Yes,
You guys.
Yeah.
I'll
I've got 7 wins, so I know I've played at least 7 games.
Yeah, so 2 of you. So that's like,
I've probably
really,
played
I'm never going to be
5.
part of that. But even in the whole RLG family, we're not going to have played, very few of us have played more than 5 games.
Yeah,
And
this year
Canberra's
was
been
tough.
insanely lucky.
They were
Sydney's
actually
Until recently been insanely lucky.
Yeah.
Gamers in Melbourne have not been able to game.
we as a group
Gamers in
we
the
managed
UK,
to
gamers
get.
in the US, they just cannot play.
Yeah.
It's a fucked year for actual.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
games.
We
So-
did enjoy playing Blood Bowl tournaments. That was
We
great
did.
fun.
Yeah,
Online,
we played a
Blood
lot
Bowl.
of online Blood
We
Bowl.
did,
this
and
year.
we we experimented playing. A
Even
lot of
I
the other
completely
online
failed
games.
to do that.
So yes, our gameplay was a lot lower than normal. We only managed to get 35 recorded games this year, which is quite low considering we have 30 people in our group.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
It's
some
less
of
than
those
half
idiots
people
don't even
play.
play like me.
But I think if we start including other games in it, we'll get our numbers up as well.
See,
I'd like to
Age of
see
Sigma
next-
was included in that ladder.
Yeah.
Well, if we can play board games, I'll knock it over the freaking every
Right.
week.
Let's get positive. It's about time we did some positive stuff, isn't it? Positives
Yeah.
this year. I'm on top of the ladder again. Yeah! Thanks, GW.
I had a win against Chris.
Yeah.
The new Necron models.
I thought it was good how GW.
Right.
Yeah, the new Necron models are really good.
Can we just generally say the new models? They've all been pretty fucking.
I've got a
great.
good and
With
bad
the
for the
possible
new models.
exception of the what's his freaking name? The Judicar, the Primaris Chaplain Judicar. He's he's the executioner with the chaplain helmet with
Yeah.
a bandana around his mask. It's kind of weird looking.
He's just half dressed. I don't like that. He's sort of half out of his cape. It's
What
all a bit
about the...
weird.
It's
No.
not out
Yeah,
yet,
I'm
that
tossing
new-
up whether to replace his head.
That's what a lot of people seem to have done. I'd have to have a better look at him.
Decapitate.
But like as a good, I think that Games Workshop's done a pretty good job of kind of trying to mix up like what's going on this year. Like when they couldn't release things, they kept coming up with like, we're gonna made to order this exclusive event model that's not going to be available this year.
True.
We're gonna made to order this other exclusive model that won't be available this year. Like they were trying to do something even when everything was closed and when all their like factories were shut down. They were still trying to kind of get something out there to keep people engaged with new releases.
Yes, you do
Which was
remind me of
interesting.
one of the bad things they did as well regarding that.
It was
Buy
a
gift vouchers.
two-way street, but
Yeah,
right.
like they were earning money, but also it was kind of nice that they were still trying to do something.
Well, I had to talk over somebody, Red Belly. Shut
Yeah,
up.
no. I realised I was a bit loud there. I'm holding back. No, you're right. The models, what they're trying to do, but there was that one bad one where they're saying, buy gift vouchers.
Yeah, the whole buying gift vouchers thing, that was definitely kind of
We're
shitty.
slipping back into bad.
Well,
I was trying to do it good.
We're talking about the new models and stuff that they
We're
come out.
Australian. We can't do the normal thing.
Look, I think 9th edition in general is bloody awesome. I'm really enjoying it. It just makes the game so much more interesting having those cover rules and those building rules.
Terrain, yes.
Just for 8th, it just didn't do anything. It was a waste of time, really. You got a bit of cover, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cover in 8th was a joke.
Yeah.
I like that you have to move your armies now. You really just can't stand still and just capture objective after objective and not do anything. Just sit in the background and just clobber your armies. Look, I think it's a real positive, the whole game actually, and I'm actually surprised at how much I really enjoy Knights. I was a bit skeptical at the beginning, and after quite a few games now, I think I played 12 this year.
Particularly after you beat Chris.
Particularly after I beat Chris. Actually, no, look, you've really had to change your game style too, and not even getting that first turn is not a guaranteed win anymore. Sitting back and taking second turn sometime, waiting for them to move, because you have to move. You have to move up to capture those points. You have to defend those points. If you don't have it, you don't score at the end of your turn. You've got to wait until your next command phase. You've got to hold on to that thing. So you've got to actually put enough troops on there. So you've actually always got to be thinking ahead. I think it's a real positive, and it's made it fun again. I'm really enjoying it. So, kudos. Games Workshop, awesome, love it. Yeah.
Smaller fields, making your moves, become more of a tactical game than just...
That's right, yeah. And using cover. I mean, just...
Oh, my God,
you can actually hide behind something if you really need to.
Yeah, just the addition of the obscuring cover has made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's right. And -1 to shoot through dense terrain, no more than -1 to hit. And that is awesome. It's just... you get points where you're -3 to hit at some stages, depending on what was going on. And, it's unreal. I still hate Mortal Wounds with a passion, but that's because I don't have any psychics.
Surely your Blood Angels and... Oh, you're trying.
Oh, my Blood Angels. So, I think your current Custodies, but Grey Knights. I've got a lot of Grey Knights.
I was going to say, Tyranids, got Grey Knights.
Yeah, okay. They're all good.
You're back in your box. Come on.
I like that you can have additions to some forces now about breaking Battleforge as well. I think that's cool. I think having an assassin in your force and still not losing your Battleforge abilities is good. I think that takes a bit of thought. I'd like to see the Inquisitors have a bit more punch. They don't really do anything for your force, unfortunately. They're kind of just... They fill a transport. That's about it.
No, it's true.
Strap bombs to them and send them out of the transport halfway there. You'll do some damage.
Sounds good. Yep.
I was skeptical. I was skeptical about everyone getting command points, I got to say. But I like it. I think it actually has a nice balance to it.
Just unreal. You can know a force, but you don't know everyone's stratagems, that's for sure. And you just go, I'm going to do this. This is going to obliterate you. And it's like, this will stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the change from having more detachments gets you more command points to having more detachments costs you command points. Because it encourages you to actually fill out your fucking detachments and not just take 1 trillion minimum sized detachments to min-max whatever you bloody want.
Lots
You know.
of heavy HQs and not worry about your troops.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see super heavies better incorporated. I think it's
So would I. I always support more super heavies.
No.
I think it costs 3 points to get a knight into a force or something like that, and I think that's
Plus the cost.
I'd like to
yeah.
a bit expensive.
Yeah. No, I think they've done well with Ninth Ed. Absolutely. It seems to run smoother as well. It just has a nice flow once you know what you're doing, or not playing against Rob. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah, I was just having trouble getting tripped up on the changes to the turn order and stuff like that. It's like, oh right, command phase, that's a thing.
I'm still getting tripped up a bit on the cover rules. We've made a few mistakes with those, and we were shooting with full ballistic skill into close combat, which with tanks and stuff, which is, I think it's -1 if you.
My last game I got that wrong too. Not only did I
but we were
get that
both
wrong,
doing
but
it.
I forgot that I could do it. I went, oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, I was screaming at your stream, going, "Great, shoot it!"
I totally forgot.
Well, it's like, as I was talking in the RLG Facebook about how the new terrain rules are so customizable that it becomes a problem because the same terrain can be totally different every game, depending on what traits you apply to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we just going to use the examples in the book so it's consistent? And we were like saying, yeah, that's what we'll do, because otherwise it's like, well, last game it didn't do that.
Yeah, no, keep it simple.
I think that's very fair.
Write it down so everyone can see. Yeah, keep it simple. Models. Okay, so brought out some lovely Necron models. How good are they all? Whoa. All right.
I sold mine.
You sold yours? Oh god. But are we still very much over the amount of Space Marine models that have been released over the year compared to any other faction?
Well, everything so far has had pretty much something released with it, except for the Blood Angels. There's no new figure with the Codex coming out. I don't think Death Watch got anything either, but I think you got a single figure for Death Guard.
We haven't got it yet.
Blood
Space Marine's
Angels
got heaps. Necron's got heaps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Blood Angels got all of the Space Marine stuff. But the Blood Angels didn't get anything new. They got some reboxed stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Death Company Intercessors and the Combat Patrol.
Yeah.
That was it.
Now we know the Space Marines is their bread and butter, right? 9 out of 10 players have a Space Marine army of some sort. Even those Ultramarine players.
No Ultramarines. Actually, I'm free.
Mine used to be Ultramarines. They're now just horrible, demonic, awful things.
I don't know if anyone saw the sneak preview, the last one and stuff. They brought out it's another new bloody Ultramarine. Not even just another new Marine character. It's another Ultramarine character.
Oh, is that Uriel Ventress?
Yeah, with his haircut. Have you seen all the memes for that? It's gotta say, of all the beautiful models they brought out.
Did you say Urethra Vaginas?
Yeah, we did. Terrible haircut.
It's a funny name.
Yeah, he's the character from all of the old Ultramarines books.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they've given him a model.
Yeah, and a lot of rage when I saw that in the stream, and I was going, ooh, people are not happy. They want some Xenos love or any other faction of Space Marine.
Like,
Glad Necron's got the new figures, and as you say, they look fantastic.
Yeah.
The desire to actually build a whole new army I wasn't grasped by that idea at this stage.
Have they increased it? Necron, customer base? Really?
Would have from Indominus, they would have.
Yeah.
You'd hope. I just don't know.
I've seen a lot of new Necron armies cropping up on the internet, at least. Like lots of people painting new armies.
That's cool. I hadn't really. Look, I don't pay attention.
That's why you're here.
Four Necron armies now?
That's why I'm asking the stupid question.
No such thing as stupid questions, only stupid. So
we'd have 4 or 5 Necron armies now in our group, wouldn't we?
If you count my son, that's one.
We only have one for a while.
Not safe for work, Mark. I'm sure there's more than that.
Adam's got one. Because he bought a
Oh,
bike.
yeah, he does. Yeah, I don't know how assembled
Michael,
they
you
are.
surely have one.
I have an unbuilt Necronami.
It counts.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a few more than there used to be. But you expect that, shouldn't you? Yeah. And the Orcs army should have increased when we had, October.
Fucking October. This year's been Orc fucking time.
And a lot more sisters when they brought out that box set. Oh, that's a good one. That here's a new box set. Sold out. You missed it.
Yeah, they're just such limited quantities of everything.
For something that was so in demand from every person who's ever played
You're
40K.
pushing back into the negative.
Oh,
But they were beautiful models.
There we go. That's what we need.
they're beautiful models. The fact they
It's just the positive section, children. We've left the negative behind.
My
So-
wife is reading.
So-
Send
the
you to
positive
the
of the new female Catachan character, well, not character,
Yes!
the sergeant, she was awesome. That character.
Yes, she was.
Yes, there's another unassembled model next to me. Shut up. But
No, but she's gorgeous. Like, she's just a fantastic model.
Yeah.
All of the
And-
cool new Necromunda stuff too.
yes. So
Like
And
they
I've
were
got to
pushing-
say, the Necromunda PC game, I'm into it.
oh, you've been playing
Like,
more?
Yeah,
I
I
played it the
actually,
other night. It's actually really good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
I actually just picked up the Van Sar. I've been meaning to boot it up and build a Van Sar gang.
Yeah.
Because Van Sar are my favourite gang. So I'm like, yeah, now that they're in it, I totally should get into that. But yeah, like so many new Necromunda models, and like they've also taken the opportunity to make some of the Necromunda gangs a bit more, gender diverse, which is great.
Yes.
It's like some of the new boxes have got female models in them
Yeah.
for gangs that didn't used to have them, which is cool.
Those
it's
Van
been-
Sar architects and grave cutters look awesome.
Yeah, they have
They
been
were really
working
cool.
on
The Necromunda models look
diversifying.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like they're just, it's just a really beautiful set of models. All of them.
With Necromunda, this is just a general question. I'll be like Isabel. I'm not sure what's going on. How many books do you need per gang? Because it seems to be a new book.
Well, roughly 1 trillion. No, like the thing is, they've kind of done what they've done with Blood Bowl in that they've kind of got like a season 2
Yeah.
of Necromunda now, which kind of kicked off with that new fucking Dark Uprising box set.
Yeah.
So you can kind of buy a book that is all of the books that came out before that.
Right.
So you don't have to own all of those old books. You can just buy one of the newer books that covers all that. But yeah, now there's a bunch of new books that add a bunch of extra stuff to it. So you can probably get by with owning the books for what you want to play.
Yeah.
But by the same token, there is stuff in all of those books for everybody. So
Yeah. Cool. Contrast paints. They came out this year, weren't they?
did they?
Was it this year? I feel it was this year.
Yes, we've got to give 2020 something.
Yeah.
I haven't used it. Yeah.
I reckon they're
Something
great.
I want to talk about that's really positive in 2020, but it's got nothing to do with the whole thing. And I won't talk about it. It's
No.
okay. I'm fine. It's just very positive.
I'm sure they came out this year. Was it this year? I like them.
I thought
think
it
I
was
got- Maybe it is
last year.
Maybe they brought out more technical paints. I think some of the paints that have come out, the new technical paints, have been really good. But they've got to fix the pots themselves.
Yeah, the pots are still shit. Especially this one that's got like a dog teeth marks in it.
Ridiculous. Why would they sell that?
Hmm.
Is it blood for the blood god?
No, that one, it is
God,
red.
I was
red.
proud of my kids.
It's Spirit
Can I
Stone
just
red.
raise that as a positive? That my eldest has picked up blood for the blood god from his uncle. And admittedly, I didn't hurt because I was chanting it too. Because his uncle used to play Chaos, and we were playing Dawn of War one night with my eldest. When he was about 9, he's 13 now. and he picked up Blood for the Blood God. Blood for the Blood God, Blood for the... And he started chanting it now because he's right into horror and he's right into, like, just gross shit. And we started watching Final Destination during the week, and he started the chant, and his youngest brother just picked it up because his youngest brother, bless him, not a leader.
I've just got in my head, blood for the God, blood for the blood God, bless him.
Bless him, bless him,
Bless him, your blood.
Corn, bless him.
Bless his heart, it's where the
Corn,
blood
bless
comes
him.
from.
Anyway, he loves his siblings, and he started chanting without knowing what it was. And then their sister, who actually knew exactly what it was because I told her about it, she was like, blood for the blood God, blood for the... She's a bit like me. She likes all that stuff. Harriet. She told me this week she wants to start listening to true crime podcasts. And I'm like, honey,
Ooh.
you're a lemon.
Not quite yet.
I've listened to quite a few true crime podcasts. I've had a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But they're really good, but they make me squeamish. Please don't listen to true crime podcasts. Do it, please. Oh my God. Anyway, I don't know what I've done, but look out, world. My kids are on the way.
We'll get them to play Marines. Ultramarines, right?
My 9-year-old I played like a demo mode of 8th with him, and he got the Plague Marines, and he got super attached to the Plague Marine with the Power Fist. So now he's like, Dad, we've got to play more 40k so I can Power Fist all your guys.
At least he put the power in front.
He is obsessed. He is obsessed with, to use his own words, power fisting.
You know what? I used to be obsessed with that too. What was else? What are we talking about?
What is Warhammer 40,000 this year?
And Snoosh is a good god.
Sorry, what podcast am I on? I forgot. He was explaining it. He was explaining it to his younger brother, and he's like, and then Dad's Marines came round the corner, and I fisted them, and then his Reavers came round, and I fisted them too.
Oh dear. Well.
Is that the good or the bad of 2020? Oh, that's good.
Forever.
Alright, where were we?
The good.
The good fisting. What?
Well, that is the good. We're all
That is
laughing up.
Can we elevate that to awesome and we'll just get the good?
Yes, I
The
think
good, the
that's
bad, and the
it.
power
That's
fisting. Yep.
the top of the tree, my God.
And then everyone got fisted. That's right, Budgie. 2020,
I thought
the
my
end.
kids all chanting blood for the blood god during Final Destination was good. That's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Don't get him a thunderhammer. He'll be hammering everyone too.
I got to have it, then I fisted
Gotta say,
it.
fisting is probably a little bit more graphic.
I hammered him and then I fisted him.
Here's a chain fist.
Everyone got hammered, and then the fisting began.
And to all the little kids
Believe
out there,
me,
good
that
night.
just never happened in my life. Hey, Red Belly.
Yeah.
Can I just ask how's our PG rating going?
Well, I think it's right really fisted.
I nearly snorted.
Oh no. Okay, we've been rambling for over an hour. What else we want to wrap up about the 2020 year of the hobby? What has GW done for us lately? Apart from power fisting.
I like that they continued having the multi-tiered starter sets. I know they all went up in price slightly,
Yeah.
but they've also gotten more stuff in them as well than the old ones, and the top tier has a bunch of terrain and stuff. Like it's still a pretty good entry point to the hobby for people.
Until you get to Indomitus.
Well, yeah, Indomitus isn't even available anymore. It was like a limited edition fucking thing.
Oh, well, it was an entry level, box for the hobby.
It wasn't a starter kit. It came out first, but it wasn't a starter kit.
Yeah, Games Workshop are just 1984ing that. They're like, no, it wasn't a starter kit.
We're going to retcon the timeline. It came out second.
Ignoring Indomitus, the actual starter kits that are labelled starter kits are pretty good.
I think they're pretty good, yeah. And I think they learnt that from 8th edition. Those starter kits are very good too.
Yeah.
So
they've copied that same model. They have 3 tiers of starter kit with more stuff in it.
Including a rulebook for the larger ones, so yeah.
Yeah, like the middle one, I think it's the middle one, has a little rulebook in it.
So it's Budgie over there is talking about Fist of the North Star now. So
all I'm going to say is, mind blown.
Okay,
you'll get it if you've seen the show.
Yeah, the show. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, no, you're right. They have tried to be consistently active and bring out things to keep the hobby going, knowing that it's been tough for all. I actually think it's a pass for them this year.
Yeah, like they've done some shitty stuff, but I think on the whole, it's been pretty positive.
Yeah.
Like KY Jelly.
Yeah.
They've captured me with my wallet yet again. So.
Oh, such wallet.
And after I discovered Ford,
very
it's getting worse.
So spending.
Well, okay, can I just throw out a little bit
Yeah.
of stuff that I probably won't get another chance to say?
Sure.
I spent more this year on the hobby than I have since, dare I say, the 1999 box was packed.
Wow.
Because I spent whatever the fuck the Necromunda box set cost, like $450, whatever. I spent it, I bought it, took it home, we started building it, we had a great time, we built it a few times. I finally realized we weren't touching it because it was out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I took it out, I opened it, I put all of the bits out everywhere so my kids could see it. And then recently I put it all back in the box and put it away because they didn't touch it because they didn't give a shit.
Budgie, I believe that wraps up 2020. Budgie's bought a bloody barbecue for crazy money and it rained non-stop afterwards. That is 2020 right there.
Oh,
I see some great Christmas ornaments.
Budgie, put it under cover.
Yeah,
like,
mine's on the deck.
Fucking put a tarp over it. This
Umbrella?
is the reasons Australians can do like barbecues no matter what the weather. We put a fucking tarp over everything.
Oh, I thought because we had an esky.
If there's a drop of rain, there's a fucking tarp over it. Like,
Even
my
she's not wrong.
By the way, in case that's
even my doghouse has a tarp on it.
Exactly. My doghouse has a tarp on it. I'm serious. It does because it makes it waterproof.
Yeah.
Just put a tarp on the side of it. It doesn't matter if it's raining sideways.
Exactly. No. So my ex's family, who were hilarious, wonderful people, we used to go camping every Easter until I convinced everyone I fucking really hate camping. They camped every Easter after that. But anyway, I have got no idea why we broke up. So
you didn't. She's still
we used
camping.
to go camping.
You just didn't go.
And then I don't know. And then her uncle would pull this tarpaulin out, and we'd all get these. So campsites, right? When you get campsites, you get like one campsite, X number of meters by X number of meters. Next campsite. It was like a Tetris situation.
Yeah.
So they'd always buy or pay for these campsites all next to each other, and then one uncle would arrive, and he'd pull up, get out of his car, drag this fucking ridiculous bag out of the back of the trailer, throw it down, come back with poles, and there would be this tarpaulin. It was 50 meters by 5 meters, and I'm not kidding. It was ridiculous. It was beautiful, and it would cover everyone's campsite. You'd have basically a dry campsite, no matter what the weather, because this dude just showed up, just went, "Fuck you, weather." It was great.
You're not here to be in
And we were
nature.
just like, "Ah!"
fucking rain. Just put up a tough, mate. Fucking
Oh,
so
brilliant.
good.
Too
He
many-
always had this massive cup. I was always just like, how the fuck did you buy that? What did you make it? Jesus Christ.
You can see him sewing it together. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Anyway, a little bit of my past.
I was in the SCA and, like, you know, we put up these enormous fucking feasting hall tarp pavilions.
Oh, God, I want to go to one of those one day. Can I get a guest pass? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Oh yeah, easy.
Shit, I want one. I want.
Hey, Greg's
I,
like,
I'm actually friends with royalty. And I'm not kidding.
you know me.
Yeah, there you go. Right,
No.
Let's come
SCA
back.
royalty. Anyway, whatever.
let's come back.
We'll talk offline, Michael.
So 2020, we're giving it a pass. Well, I gave it a pass. I think they've done a lot better than they've done wrong. Ooh, words. They've done more good than evil. We'll go with that.
Credit. Definitely a credit this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy.
Is it a
Happy.
pass?
Looking forward
Yeah.
to seeing what 2021 brings.
Well, that is next month. Next month we do our predictions. We do our predictions in what we expect next year.
Red Belly, can I? No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna interject.
We talk about tents now.
I'm not gonna cut you off. No. But I want to.
Yes. Oh, thank
I've
you.
been
Bugsy.
looking for an opening for the. I've been looking for an opening for this, but I think it's a positive
Mhm.
rather than a hobby progress or whatever.
Yep.
One of my positives for this year was that my son, my eldest, at his high school, started a miniature painting club
That's cool.
because his high school is very keen to develop future leaders and future doers. So all of their out of curricular activities, they put a particular student in charge, and then the teacher comes in and essentially helps but doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And my son, for all of his attitude
for the
essentially
blood
like mine, which is basically lazy as fuck, managed this painting club the whole year through COVID, everything. He was
We did
doing
so
fucking
well. We
Zoom.
did so well.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So close. We should have wrapped it up 5 minutes earlier. Come back
Well,
in.
let's
It's
say that
all
word.
good.
What happens when you say that word?
Can we mute it? Just mute it. I
Yeah.
promise.
You just give me more work. I have to edit now.
I'll mute it. I'll do it. Just send me the video. Get me administrator access to your shit, and I'll edit that as well as all of your pornos. Right. So, right through bad
2020.
situations, my son managed this group, and it developed. And every week he'd take his paints
Yeah.
and some miniatures, and they'd just do this thing. And eventually it developed into a role-playing group where they got a role-playing game going, and there was other GMs, but he was always in charge.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to be honest, this particular group saved him from being suspended about 3 different times.
Well, if he's running around
Yes.
chanting "Blood for the Blood God,"
No, he's just a really challenging kid. And the thing was that he really loved this.
Yeah.
He was in charge of it, and they leveraged that to get him to the right place. And also they leveraged it with us. They're just like, he's a wonderful kid leading this thing. But if he does this again, we're going to suspend him. And we're like, okay. Look, it's to me, and GW did offer this like club thing, but yeah, the situation that we've had this year with bad things.
Well done.
Has meant that was not possible. So I was just really proud of my son,
That's awesome.
And really glad and proud of the school for fostering it. So I'm sorry.
No, so that's awesome.
the
And that's
meeting.
probably a good thing. We talked about what GW has done good, but what are the highlights for us this year? Clearly, Isabel's her son doing what he's done. Michael, you got a highlight for yourself. Be selfish. It'll be a struggle for me, but you should be selfish.
Look, I've kind of got two personal highlights. One is that I've actually sat down and painted like almost my whole fucking Necromunda set.
Yeah.
Like, I've gone through and I've painted one team of a full gang of every single gang, and I'm painting the subjugators now. But I've already got the enforcers done, so I've technically finished now.
Yeah.
And I thought that was
sorry
cool,
about
'cause
this.
I kind of managed to like do a thing and get a whole set painted. And secondly, now that Warhammer Conquest has finally finished showing up, my son is building an army. He's building a Death Guard army.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. That's cool. Anthony, what about yourself?
I think the highlight was still when I was playing that campaign, the Necromunda campaign with my daughters during the crises that was. We went a couldn't game and set up a few games. We had really good fun. The girls painted the figures all themselves. Millie actually entered some into the local GW competition for painting, and she didn't win, but she did pretty well. They were pretty sort of said, this and this, and you'll be right. So she learned a lot. She's really enjoying painting. Unfortunately, that died when one of their characters died, and they both got very upset. Millie has a real knack of rolling double ones when you come to the injury chart. It sucks.
I know precisely what she feels. Except for me, it's at every time.
Yeah, so even with 2 rerolls, she rolled double ones.
This is where you need to take a leaf from the Dungeons and Dragons DMing school. Roll the injury dice behind a fucking GM screen. Let's see what your injury is. You
A
didn't
mild
die.
headache.
How lucky.
I'm 100% with you, Michael. I think that is exactly what you need to do, because otherwise you end up with a situation which is what you're in, which is where they're fucking over the hobby. With 2 rerolls, and they're like, done. I'm fucking done.
Billy's keep started up again. I think we'll get it going again. But look, they were involved in like making all the enemies as well. So we made a slaver gang and little worms and everything else. And my Tyranid army got hacked to death because they took things from that as well. But yeah, we've got a few campaigns planned. And look, they're actually thinking of their own campaigns. It's actually got them thinking about what they can do. So it's really cool.
Seriously, Anto, that is so wonderful.
It was great fun. We had a ball. But we'll get it going again. I think over the summer holidays we'll probably try again, and yes, we'll definitely roll injury charts behind the screen next time. Because, when Ivy Frost died, it was a terrible day.
There was a funeral, there was a ceremony.
And
you
also
didn't cremate it,
Chris,
though.
that was awesome. Hey?
You didn't cremate the model, though.
No.
Well, look, I had an RPG character. I cried when she died.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Like, I was inconsolable for 2 days. So, I get it. No, I get it. I completely get it.
But I'm very keen to play some more Necromunda, too. So.
I still
Necromunda is great.
Necromunda. So there you go.
You've got corpse grinders, haven't you?
I've got 3 gangs.
Ooh,
Do you need to borrow a gang?
No, I've got 3 gangs. They're unassembled, though.
I've got 4 now.
There you go. My
I
highlights.
have
Thank you for asking.
go.
No, Greg, what was your highlight?
Look,
Could you tell us a bit about what made your year special, Gregory?
I had a very proud moment. It was towards the start of the year where my eldest painted a Necron, as he does, but he entered it in the Golden Demon, Golden Brush, whatever, and he actually won for Youngbloods. I was very happy for him for that. Unfortunately, he's broken and crushed it since then, but that's not the point.
As Necron should be.
Can I just ask, are you just cursed? Because I haven't had contact with
You
your
weren't
child,
there. No.
but I'm telling you, I might be the goddess of doom.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Someone spent points, so I've got to put a hat on. I've got to find a hat. Oh crap. Oh yeah. Hang on. That's the first hat I could find.
I've got a hat
Gotta
already.
get a hat. Everyone grab a hat. Everyone's got to get a hat.
Garbage. I've had a hat on the whole time. Do you want me to get a different hat on, Boogie? Because I've got more hats. I've got like 12. Actually, about six different hats.
This hat's got a story behind it. This is where I work. Everyone's running for a hat. Thank you. Where I work, we have one of our clients is we go to a gym as a group, and they decide to get these hats, and it's the going up when we're going up weight, and when we go down them, we got to be soft and wear it this way for it says going down. I know I didn't make it, but there you go.
Woo!
Man, scrambled for a hat. Oh, jeez, that was quick.
What?
I'll have to get a better hat. I know I've got better hats. So I want to point out one of the personal highlights I've had this year was with this stream. I put a bit more focus on the hobbying side of things, and people like Budgie Pops joined in that community and stuff like that, and have actually, I've got a lot more people watching and following. It's got me a lot more encouragement to do more of this as well. The fact that they're subscribers. People actually want to help me with the modelling side of things and stuff like that. It's fantastic. So to all the viewers, listers and stuff like that, we wouldn't be... Well, we'd probably do this without you because we're just that sick, but really helps that you're there listening and watching us as well. I just want to say a big thank you because it's been this year. We struggled with some topics because it's hard to hobby. But you stuck with us.
Sometimes people say things they're not supposed to.
But it does make a big difference, and I really enjoy the community. And I hope in 2021 you'll join us again. We've got some plans, what we want to try do a bit different, try and get more people involved in the media side of it, so it's not always my face you see. It's a lovely face. Yeah. So that for me, it's really good. I know it's a selfish one, but I just we're really happy how the stream has been going this year. Even the Monday night and Friday night gaming with my partner in crime, Isabel. Waking up the Saturday mornings is not always a good thing.
Yeah, look, I understand next year we're going to have a little bit more, a little bit less of our adventures, but
yes, the next year I will be doing more hobby.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and as you know, when I needed it, you were there. And as you know, I don't forget. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So unless anyone else has anything else they want to add to the year that was, sorry, what have you done for me lately, GW? A lot easier saying that one than the last episode's one. Jesus Christ. They've got a pass mark from us. We're excited to see what happens next year.
Yep.
The Death Guard book in January, hopefully. And then see what happens with the other. I'm very interested to see what they do with the Xenos side of the thing and Chaos as a whole. Very over Marines, so who cares? Cool. Alright, shall we go?
Sure.
Yep, cool. Isabel, would you like to say goodbye?
Actually, I would. Folks, it's been an amazing 2020. Thank you so much for attending. I know I'm not entirely the most knowledgeable person on the game these days, but I do appreciate your attention. You're putting up with my bullshit, which is basically what I appreciate ate about everyone I know, especially Red Belly. And have a wonderful holiday season, regardless of where you are, where you can go, and who you have with you. Please find a way to love it, to love you, reach out, and be safe.
Anthony, can you beat that?
Well, I can safely say that the hobby really got me through this year. And having our community, our RLG community, and having our Facebook sites and stuff like that, just talking about 40k and doing these podcasts and watching you stream your hobby and painting in the background while you're doing that and stuff like that. It's actually it's made this year pretty cool. I mean, I've done a lot of hobby, had a few games, a lot of laughs with you guys, you all, and it's been great fun. And thanks to the community for listening to us as well. I'm not always on the podcast, but I enjoy doing it. So thanks all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have a ball.
Not your sign off yet, Mike. Do you have anything you want to say?
Do it in the voice. Do it.
It will confuse people. They'll think it's over and turn off.
Yeah, look, it's been great. Like, just getting together and hanging out, even if it has been virtual, and having that community to talk to and rant at, and having all of you folks to catch up with and chat to about stuff. Because when you're stuck at home, the only people you got to talk to are like your kids or your wife. You can't necessarily rant about 40k to them. So it really helps. But yeah, no, it's been good. Like, it hasn't felt as socially isolating as this year could have, with all these people around to talk to. So it's been great.
Excellent. Yeah, and I agree with that. The community that we've built, not just the RLG group, but also the Twitch group and the Facebook group, has been great. As you said, look, it's been great to interact, yell, scream, laugh, drink with everyone virtually and stuff like that, cry. And it has been good. I've enjoyed myself. Considering the year it's been, I've actually enjoyed myself, and it hasn't felt as isolated as it could have been. Managed to get some games in, got a lot of hobbying done, and it's been good. I'm looking forward to what happens next year, when we get to see people more often, hopefully see people more often in public. Should have touched wood then.
New South Wales is not doing your favourite situation here. But
No.
hopefully.
So, thank you again for all our podcast listeners and our streamers all our people who watch the stream live when we do this, and the YouTubers as well. We do appreciate it. If you ever want to get involved with topics or conversation, drop us a line. We're always here to listen and have a chat. We'll even put up with people who like Ultramarines.
We're prepared.
There is a group for them, but yeah. we are hoping to get more
We've all been
interactive.
desensitized to them. It's okay.
Yeah, we're hoping to get more interactive. We'll have our
So many Ultramarines.
We'll have our public Discord open up soon. I know, Budgie, you already jumped on to. We've tried it out, see how it works. So there will
Holy
be
shit! Even I haven't got that.
more.
Is that because I don't do the hobby at all, and I'm a silly cow?
Sure.
Figured.
Yeah, you have used it. So anyway, all right. So we're going to sign off. This is the end of our 2020 and our hobby. And big thank you to everyone from the RLG group. We will be back next year. Do not worry. And don't forget, after Christmas, jump on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RLG40K, for your voting for the best painted models in our RLG group. There's 3 categories. We showed them earlier. We can quickly show them again. Oh, look, there's one. Look, they're pretty. Don't vote for that one. That's not mine.
Vote for anyone that isn't me.
So make sure
Do you know why?
jump
Because I
online
haven't put any entries in.
and have a vote. That will be coming out soon, just after Christmas. The fact that the cutoff to entries is this week. Again,
You should flick through mine.
No.
That was fun.
I don't want them to think it's good.
Holy shit!
I'd like a win this year. I really would.
I think you're up there, mate. Don't worry about it. All right. It's a good night from me and a good night from us, and we'll leave it to Mike to get us out of here for the last time of 2020. Take it away, mate.
So, other than the aqueducts, the literature, the plumbing, and the tarpaulins, what have they done for us lately? It's been a hell of a year. It's been a pretty mixed bag, but we think it's been pretty positive on the whole. Join us next year for more wobbly player syndrome. Merry Christmas and yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers!